Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. This week we are exploring the theme that defines our daily effort, which is interest and restlessness. Yesterday we recognized these twin forces as indicators of inner stirring. Tonight we delve into the core, heartfulness teaching about how the master's subtle presence transforms restlessness into purposeful aspiration. Babuji Maharaj reminds us that spiritual journey is one of continuous refinement. If interest is a gentle magnet pulling the heart toward the center, then restlessness is often the friction created by the shedding of old layers, the samskars. In heartfulness, we do not fight restlessness, we simply channel its energy. The moment agitation or lack of focus arises, we use it as a signal to immediately recall the Master and deepen our remembrance. We are tonight reflecting on how our willingness to surrender the feeling of restlessness is itself a powerful act of sincere interest. The importance for this theme for all of us is that it teaches us that every inner state, even discomfort, is an opportunity for connection. And when we channel restlessness into remembrance, we prevent the mind from scattering, holding the vessel steady to receive the quiet transmission. Daji reminds us that the simpler the heart, the more consistent the interest. And our interest should be a gentle inclination to be in the state of constant remembrance, but and not just merely being a desire for dramatic experiences. The deepest interest is expressed through humility and consistency in our daily abhyas, meditation, cleaning, prayer, and constant remembrance. Dear sisters and brothers, as we begin as we proceed forward in this theme, let us also remember to gently invite others to explore it with us as well. You are requested to share the invitation of the master classes and the BHED sessions with your family and with your friends. You will find the additional reading material and videos of revered Daji on this theme, which are easily accessible on the Heartfulness app. And you can go under the Sunday tab dated 7 December to view all the material available on this theme. Our inspirational reading continues to be from Heartfulness Way Book 2 from the chapter 3 that we started yesterday. And as we are not going to display the text on the screen, therefore, we request everyone to please keep your copy nearby, or you can directly read it from your personal copy. And we'll resume the reading from page number 52 from the chapter number 3. Daji, is this restlessness different from a disturbed mind? Yes, this restlessness is awareness of a fine nature. It is a silent thread of yearning that creates a vacuum in the heart, allowing the divine current to flow in opening the way to the ultimate truth. If you ask a couple of teenagers who are madly in love how they feel, they will tell you that they are so restless thinking of each other, waiting to meet. And it is such a sweet feeling. There is such aliveness. Imagine feeling the same level of anticipation and interest for your meetings with God. Once this understanding comes, you will be extremely impatient to reach the goal. Impatience for the infinite? How lovely. Imagine this creates an expansion in the heart. Darji, how to cultivate such impatience? Love, only love. When you are in love, you remember your beloved again and again. The same is true with God, and you can reverse the process. To develop love, remember him as often as possible so that you'll fall in love with him. If you do this sincerely, it will create that impatience in your heart to become one with him. Daji, the transformation from interest to love can take time. Along the way, so many of us face hurdles that are diverting. Yes, that is true, Elizabeth. My granddaughter is reading Alice in Wonderland these days. In it, there is a humorous conversation between the cat and Alice about which way should go. Do you recall it? Yes, Daji. The Cheshire cat asks Alice where she is going. Alice asks which way she should go. The cat says it depends on where Alice is going. Alice says she doesn't know. So the cat says it doesn't matter which way she goes. Classic Lewis Carroll. Having the right goal is important. It acts as a pole star for our journey. It also triggers interest. Then we need to clear the three main hurdles that block our way: likes and dislikes, habits and patterns, and ego. These three hurdles also mutate together and create bigger hurdles. For example, repeated desires become habits. When our habits are not evolutionary, then our ego identifies with the wrong things. Daji, do we need to become desireless to achieve the spiritual goal? We all have desires and aspirations. It's human to dream and desire. To become one with the ultimate reality is also a desire, isn't it? Now, there are desires that are growth oriented, and there are desires that restrict growth. When we develop a certain level of clarity and awareness to make better choices, we stay away from those desires that restrict growth. Enthusiasm and interest seek clarity and awareness. Here is a story that highlights the importance of these qualities in everyday life. One of my young helpers shared it this morning while we were out collecting seeds. He had read it in the book Lateral Thinking by Edward de Bono. A long time ago, in an Italian village, a merchant owed a lot of money to a local money lender. Sadly, his ships were wrecked in a storm, along with all the cargo of precious silks and spices. So suddenly, he had no way to pay the debt. The money lender was mean and cunning, and he fancied the merchant's beautiful daughter. He offered a deal to the merchant. He would marry the daughter and erase the debt. Father and daughter were horrified, but the money lender was persistent and proposed a solution. He would put one black pebble and one white pebble in a bag, and the girl would choose a pebble without looking. If she chose the black one, the debt would be erased and she would marry the money lender. If she chose the white one, the debt would be erased, but she would not have to marry him. If she did not pick a pebble, her father would go to prison. The money lender went to get the bag, and when he returned, he bent down to pick up two pebbles from the path in his garden. The girl was alert and observant, and she noticed that he put two black pebbles in the bag. She didn't panic. The purity of her consciousness led her to a solution. She knew that she couldn't expose the moneylender's trickery, so she picked out a pebble and then let it slip out of her hand on the ground with all the other pebbles. Oh, I am so clumsy, she said. I have dropped it, but don't worry. Look in the bag and you'll see which pebble is left. Then you will know which one I took. Father, look, the pebble in the bag is black. So I picked the white one. We are free of your debt. How wonderful. We must thank the money lender for his generosity. Checkmate. The dishonest money lender couldn't admit his trickery in front of everyone. You see the benefit of a clear, discerning mind. Dear sisters and brothers, with this we take a pause from this reading and let us now offer the universal prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. May this universal prayer awakens love and unity in the hearts of all. Dear sisters and brothers, before you rest tonight, take a few moments to offer the reflections of the day and the bedtime prayer with the resolve of not to repeat the mistakes again. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session. And as we close this session on interest and restlessness this evening, may our hearts maintain a sincere interest in the ultimate goal of human life. And may every ripple of restlessness serve as a reminder to deepen our remembrance and surrender to the Master's silent work on us. We look forward to your presence for the morning session tomorrow at 6 a.m. Until then, wishing you all a very good night. Thank you.